Man, sometimes I don't sleep. Sometimes I just can't sleep until I get what I need, what I'm looking for. You know, it's times when I may wake up in the middle of the night, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and just write stuff down and leave it there and get when I fully get up in the morning, finish. But it's when you do this for real, you're different, and when you start getting that gut feeling, that intuition, that's when it really lets you know, like, yo, and it come out when you get that feeling, and then the game come on and it come out, you in the zone. It been times when I may looked at a game, and if you was watching that game with me, you would have thought something was like, you thought I was programmed, because I might have said everything that was going to happen before it happened. That's just being in the zone. We all have it. You're just getting tapped in. You wired in. Wired for sound. The more you look at the patterns, the more you look at the data, the history of these games, these teams, over and over, it's just going to happen. You're going to yell it out. You're going to call it. You're going to see it. You're going to hear it. You're going to become it. You know, there's some cappers that don't do no work. They just get online and look at what the best cappers that day having a good record doing, and they just steal their stuff until they get caught. They find a way, a loophole, scheme, and fraud, and that's just scamming. It is what it is. It comes to the light, but eventually you got to show yourself. Eventually you want to have some type of loyalty to you. Transparent, being real. Why hide? It's sports. Be honest. Tell her how it is. What tell the world. Sometimes they ain't gonna listen to you at first, but eventually they gonna start being like, yo, you know what? This guy was saying some stuff, and I'm starting to really see what he was saying. You know, they don't call me lucky for no reason. They call me lucky for a reason. They call me that because people that have been betting with me, they seen some lucky stuff happen and been like, man, you came at the right time, luck. So me, I do work. I do a lot of homework and time. I put time in. So with or without, I'm going to win. I bet on my own pick.